Way to Queen.
Partly cloudy, 13 degrees. It's going to be sunny today. You can expect a high of 24. It's been a while coming, this nice warm weather. For many people, that's been a cue to dust off the bike and get on one for the very first time. But a lot of the major roads are partially closed or partially chewed up by construction. Add to that the spring potholes and streetcar tracks. No wonder some cyclists told the CBC's Mary Weens they're getting a really rough ride this spring.
The worst roads, it's right around here.
And does it do damage to your bike? Have you had your bike damaged?
It does. Not only the bike, I got myself damaged. I mean, it was on Parliament Street. It didn't hurt me too much. I controlled myself, but the condition of the roads, I got your topic today. But the condition of the roads is like too bad. Most of the roads are under construction because of the construction or because of this rain and all. They got few potholes on the road. So many potholes, yeah. Yes.
And show me your bike. Your bike has taken a beating. What's some of the damage that has happened just because of the condition of the road?
The road conditions. This is another one. I had another bike like 3 or 4 months back. That bike, the brake lever was damaged. I don't know what to call this part.
The stem,
the suspension
steering
part, the suspension part, even that got damaged. Yeah, it is. Because of the holes, a lot of holes and all this condition is too bad.
You couldn't even repair it, eh?
I could not even repair that one. Yeah. My name is Mahmood and I'm from India, and I've been here for 2 years, I guess, and I've been delivering since past 15 to 16 months. The condition of the roads here, it's not at all good. I mean, there are only few routes left which I need to take to ride it easily.
Your bike looks like it's had a few miles on it. Any damage from the roads?
Nothing too drastic, honestly. It's mostly just popping my tires a lot because of the junk that's on the road.
You've blown a few tires because of
for sure. Yeah, there was once I had just gotten my tire done and then I rode it down the street and it popped almost immediately. My name's Melanie and I'm a cyclist in the city and I've been cycling for most of my life on these roads, and they've gotten significantly worse. There's a ton of potholes. You really got to be careful about where you bike, definitely. Most of the time it's just trying to dodge them, and when you're cycling kind of leisurely, sometimes you only have one hand or something, but you really got to especially on certain roads, be very vigilant and careful.
Hands on, you're showing.
And even with cars, sometimes you have to avoid the potholes, but even the cars are in the way, so it's almost which way do I go? Do I get hit by the car or do I have to fall into a pothole?
So there was this one time when a car driver was actually really pushed me on my arm, on my left arm. Yeah, and he didn't even stop. He just ran away.
He fell and the driver saw it and didn't stop.
Yeah, he didn't even stop. Yeah. So it's really dangerous and you just fell. We just fall in.
Okay, there was a cyclist just dinging his bell because the car was about to pull out.
Yeah, and here's the other thing, some drivers, they stop at the bike lane and they just block the bike lane and you have to then pass them, right? And that's when accident can happen. So my name is Afsar Sain. I'm a food delivery guy. I do food delivery on a bike, and as someone who bikes a lot, I know probably all the streets of this city. This city, I wouldn't say it's that bike friendly anymore, really, because of the constructions, because of the road closures, because of some reckless drivers. Yeah, I don't call it that much cycle friendly, to be honest.
The streets are very bumpy, a lot of potholes. Gets you anxious when you're riding your bike because you have the streetcar tracks and then you have the cracks and the potholes. Yeah, I come from Tokyo where the streets are a little smoother. Even though there's more cars over there, I would say it's scarier over here.
Wow, it's the Wild West you've come to.
Yes, exactly. Just right there on Ossington, they're doing construction, Ossington's bad. Queen Street, they're doing that whole construction. I don't know how long it's going to be. And once you avoid it once, you just tend to not come back because you don't want to take the risk to see if it's done or not. As a cyclist, you look at Google Maps once and you decide your long routes, 20-minute bike routes, you want to choose the routes that have the least turns and, just the smoothest, just very straightforward ones, maximum 2-3 turns. But as there's more construction, as there are more streets that are getting ruined, you kind of need to turn more, which makes it just a little bit more tedious as a biker.
Yeah, takes longer too.
It's longer, exactly. And there's more lights you have to wait for, maybe. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah, really good point. Okay, take care.
You too.
All the best with
You too.
cycling.
You too. Bye-bye.
Like, a lot of streets have potholes. Like Queen Street, for example. Like, under that bridge, there's a ton of potholes for sure.
That's sometimes a bit tricky, right? In rush hour.
Yeah, because I'm actually commuting to work. Like,
Where are you going?
oh, it's like I'm at the metro over here. But like, it is kind of overwhelming when both sides are having, both lanes are actually being worked on at the same time. I've never fallen, thankfully, because I go, like, I'm kind of paranoid about that. I go pretty slow. And my bike is pretty old, so like it's a clunker for sure. So like, I have ridden into like small potholes and stuff. You kind of bounce, you're like, whoops. So my name's Anna. Yeah, please fix the potholes, like the giant ones. Like, it's not just for the like the bikers, but also the cyclists, but also for just general cars in general, because like, that's also not fun to get a tire in.
I can just hear people across the city saying amen to that. My hat goes off to anyone who's riding on those roads and trying to navigate those potholes. Mary Weens talking to cyclists who all have a few potholes that they would like to see fixed. Really interesting to hear from the cyclists making the comparison to Tokyo as well. Let us know the